Damn. All right. I don't know how to start one of these things because I've never done anything like this before. And I'm a little freaked out and I'm a little bit scared because for a large part of my life, I have kept to myself, at least my thoughts and emotions. I've done a lot of writing. So usually when I do this kind of process, I sit down at a coffee shop or I sit down downstairs at my house and I write this stuff out and I express myself that way. In fact, I thought I'd be bringing this up. This is my journal. I write on it, if not every day, I write at least once a week in this thing. But the thing is, I've been doing this since 2017 or 18. Most of my journals look like this. So I think since I was 24 or 26, I have been writing and expressing myself and digging into what makes me and what is going on in my life, documenting my life for the longest time. And that process of reflection has been like life changing for me. I didn't really start doing internal work I've been avoiding until I started picking up a pen and writing what I've been thinking, writing what I've been feeling, connecting the dots, noticing patterns, figuring out, where thoughts and patterns were coming from and kind of reverse engineering me. And that process has been so freaking rewarding for me. It's allowed me to open up to myself. It's given me a safe space to be completely honest with whatever I think and feel. I think, and more importantly, it's helped me gain stronger trust in myself. Because growing up, I don't think I trusted myself as much as I'd like to admit. And so, during the process of writing, giving myself the space, safe space, and diving into me, I started to grow a certain kind of intimacy with me. And year after year, I've been getting closer to living who I am versus living who I think I need to be or living who I think I should be. And so I'm freaked out and I'm scared because I'm kind of taking that process of writing everything down and journaling and keeping track of my life. But now I'm doing that here. I'm in front of a camera. I have microphone equipment. This used to be my life for 4 years. I used to have a video production company, capturing other people's lives for the longest time. It started off with weddings, but we moved into commercial work. We did marketing, branding work, commercials, stuff like that. But it is so different and so alien to have those cameras and those pieces of equipment aimed at you. And then it's like all on you to, express yourself or, say something or do something. So I guess what I'm saying is that I'm making my process of self-discovery, I'm making my process of just living my everyday life more public. And this is not for you. This is not for whoever is viewing this. This is completely for me. This is a whole other level of me exposing myself and living more in alignment with who I am. And man, I tell people that like I'm introverted in ways, and they would be surprised to hear that because usually I'm the loud person when I'm out with people, and I'm wacky and I'm zany, and I don't know, I go with the energy. But there is this really deep and reflective and emotional and dark place that I have inside. And I mean, when I say that, man, it sounds like it sounds like this is some suicide note or something, but it's not. This is just me shedding a light on more of those darker places, shedding a light on more of those deeper reflections, and trying to own that part of me, and doing with a camera and recording that, and like actually, instead of writing it down, actually speaking it, and getting more comfortable speaking, and getting more comfortable connecting, and getting more comfortable sharing who I am. And that's scary because I'm usually a perfectionist. If I put anything out in public, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be framed in a certain way. And I'm kind of just sick of that. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of doing that in my life. I don't want to do that anymore. The past week has been pretty crazy for me. I started fasting. So this is the start of like Orthodox Lent. And this is not going to be a channel or a video about religion or spirituality or anything like that. But there are things that are happening in my life that I just need you to know about that, that context. Because I've been fasting, and the first week of Great Lent in the Orthodox faith is clean week. So for the first 3 days of that Lent, I went without food, and I went without anything to drink. It was a dry fast, and I didn't break that fast until Wednesday night. So I got rid of all of my social media apps, all of my dating apps, all of my everything on my phone. Like literally, my phone looks just like a bare computer. I don't even have like icons. It's black and white. So what I've been doing the past week is pretty much stripping myself of everything that I used to lean on, everything that I used to count on when I was uncomfortable or didn't want to feel anything or didn't want to think of a certain thing. So that was pretty much all my crutches. So getting rid of all of that and then pretty much starving myself for 3 or 4 days has really gotten me focused on what really matters in my life. And that's more on the spiritual side. On the flip side, on the more like professional end, or the more, business side of things, because I do see myself as a businessman in a lot of different ways. I just finished a branding boot camp. And this was something that was held by Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. And I took my day off this week, Wednesday. I took a vacation day, Thursday. And then Friday, I pretty much just caught the end of that, but I don't think I missed much. I went through this boot camp, and that really helped me to determine how I can show up better in my life, and really more importantly, who I can serve. And I swear, on day 2 of that boot camp, which aligned with my like 3rd or 4th day of my fast, I did one of the exercises and I just ended up crying. I ended up sobbing because I realized something so important. I realized why I was here, why I'm alive, why I'm doing this, why I'm recording this right now. And it just felt like a bigger calling was not just revealed to me, not only spiritually, but like professionally too. And so like, man, I remember just writing down these answers to this workbook, and I just started crying because my entire life actually started making sense once I put that down. All of the pain, all the suffering, all of the confusion, and everything I had gone through in my past finally came into perspective, and I understood why. And so I was called to do this. I was called to set up a camera on a Sunday and just be real. And I didn't even take a shower today. And if you know Stephen Panofsky, if you know who I am, if you're a family or friend member that stumbles upon this, you know this is so not like me. I do my hair, I do it nice, I look good, I smell good, all of that. But as you can see, I didn't want to start off on that foot. I didn't want any of this to be produced. yeah, I do have a nice camera and I do have nice audio equipment. So like there's a bare minimum of things that I do want. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be 100% real. I'm trying to be 100% authentic. This is my room. I live in an attic in my house. It's not clean back there. I look like crap. And I guess this all boils down to a lesson that I learned this week. And that lesson was progress over perfection. I wait for things to be the perfect time. I plan the perfect plan before executing, and that has prolonged my life and what I've actually wanted to do for literally years, if not decades. And so I'm sick of doing that shit. I'm sick of doing that shit. And I would rather just start now doing what I want to do and doing what I feel like I'm called to do instead of just kicking that can down the road, because I'm 34 and I thought I would have been so much further than where past me thought I was going to be. I don't know if I even said that right, but I guess I'm just saying, like, I'm unsatisfied with where I'm at in life. But I also recognize too that my metric for what success was now, or what is now, is different than what it was back then. So this just feels like rambling now, but I guess what I want to say is that I'm starting a YouTube channel. What I want to say is that I'm going to be doing this on a weekly basis. I'm just going to show up in front of a camera. I'm going to document my life. I'm going to share what's been going on in my life. And if you watch this and think it's a complete waste of time, that's great. I don't care. This isn't for you. This is for me. Which is probably the biggest takeaway I've gotten all week. You know, there are people pleasing aspects to myself where I try to do what the right thing is for everybody else except for me. But for me, this is fun. This is scary. I know this is the right thing for me to do because I'm scared doing it. I am scared doing it. I'm scared turning on the camera and sharing what I would be sharing in here out there. I'm scared of saying those feelings. I'm scared of saying those thoughts. So, yeah, here I am. There will be more. I'll dive more into what's been going on in my life as we keep going on, but I'm just considering this step one. And step one is just put a video together, record something, publish it, get it done so that I can refine it as I move on. Something that something that stuck with me this past week was perfection. And perfection is literally the lowest standard because you can never achieve it. You can never achieve perfection. It's a myth. There's no such thing. So if you're playing by that standard, you're setting yourself up to fail because you're never going to get there. You're never going to be perfect. So this is me meeting myself where I'm at. This is me taking the action, as scary as it is. This is me making progress and turning this camera on and this mic on and just spewing what I would do on a normal Sunday anyway, just in a journal, and taking it up a notch and following my heart and following this calling, and just things have just been really lining up for me. Not just mentally, like, oh, things are lining up, like A to B to C, like not logically, but purposefully. In my heart, things are lining up. Spiritually, in my heart, things are lining up. And I'm seeing my future in a greater clarity, and this is part of it. This first video, this first expression of me just sharing myself in my attic in front of my fucking window is step one of a much greater journey. I'm being called to something. I don't know exactly what it is. I have some ideas, but I'm just chasing that breadcrumb. I'm pulling on my heartstring, and I'm just following that path, and I'm going with it. And damn, I'm freaked out, and I'm scared. but I'm also really excited. And I'm also really enthusiastic about what the future holds. Because I think this is the start of something really awesome. And I think this is the start of what I'm meant to be doing. So, what the hell? Dude, what the fuck? Can't just can't throw this shit onto people on video one. Alright, I'm gonna forgive myself and give myself some grace here, but I don't know what to say. I'm here, I'm excited, I'm stoked for what's gonna be coming, and yeah, if you're watching this and I don't know, if any of this touches you or if any of this like relates with you, let me know. Talk to me about it. Yeah, again, I'm doing this for me. So if you're going on this journey with me, that's great. Let's be friends. We can talk. And if you completely hate this, I don't give a shit, because this is literally what I do all the time, and now I'm just doing it in front of a camera. So, damn. All right, well, this is the end.